What's up, Guru Jojo? This video is going to be for the new moon that is in Libra, I believe 5 degrees. So we already went through the sun being in Libra, so that helped to focus our attention on relationships pretty much. And now the moon is in Libra, and it's a dark moon. It's new. We can plant seeds and we can start to establish certain connections that we've been wanting to create, basically. So, Libra's all about relationships. It's all about connecting with another person. But this particular new moon that's in the sign of Libra, it's gonna be connecting with people that are like-minded. And you would think, okay, isn't that the traditional relationship anyway? No. The traditional relationship, it does consider people that are like-minded and whatnot, but this one is going to be more connected to new things, like new ideas, more unconventional traditions. Now, we're not having a particular Uranian transit, I don't believe, but we are having a transit to Jupiter and one to Pluto as well. But the degree mark that the new moon is in is going to help to bring us to connecting with things that have to do with our own self-interest. So it's almost as if we can be so involved in ourselves that we have to almost find someone else that's quite the same. So this is like a big twin flame vibe, to be completely honest, because that's what it is. It's like being so self-absorbed in one's own self-interest that there's no other option but to find another person who mirrors that energy. All right, so the main transits, I think I said them. I wrote them down. I remembered them. Let me check though. Yeah, Venus. Okay, so I think I missed one. Oh no. Yeah, wait, hold up. Venus is squaring. Oh, I wrote this wrong. I think I meant Venus is squaring Pluto. I wrote Venus square Libra. My bad. Venus is squaring Pluto. Okay. And that's pretty much going to be valuing the same things as another person, but it can be something that's very deep, okay? Like something that might have been missed before, or it could be something that is coming into play now. Like now all of a sudden another person values the same thing that what you value, and this could cause a little bit of friction. All right, but remember, there's no reason to really be that upset when somebody has the same values as you. Like, it's one of those things where it depends on the deeper meaning behind it. That's the main thing, and that's what Pluto connects to. It connects to the deeper meaning. So don't look at things, surface level, and kind of try to understand where these values are coming from and understand whether what's underneath those values, if they actually connect with your deeper values as well. By this, I mean, I've said this in other videos too. Two people could be doing the same thing, but for completely different reasons. And then that's where Pluto comes in, where you realize that there's an ulterior motive behind what another person is doing. Although on the surface, it seemed to be like-minded. It seemed to be the same. Like we were doing the same shit. We were into the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So also Venus is going to be sextiling Jupiter. So this brings an expansion to our values. We have the opportunity to expand our values and feel confident about the expression of our values, broadcasting our values as well. Be careful with, overindulging. Again, this is a good time to use cash rather than credit, okay? And also, I like to mention too, for those who decide they want to completely go to cash, a great option is to also get a cash card, because at the end of the day, like, everything is pretty much transferring to electronic payments and stuff, and you don't want to be asked out because you don't have a flipping card. But I completely get it, because I don't have cards like that either, but I do. And I know I just contradicted myself, but no, seriously, the only cards I have like, you can get, I have a PayPal cash card. You can sign up for that on PayPal. And then you can also get a Cash App cash card. You know, when you can send people money on Cash App, you can get a card on there. It's called a cash card. You can also get plenty of other cash cards literally at Walmart, CVS, where the gift cards are. You can reload them. Just a little fun fact there. It's not even a fun fact. Like, that's just something I wanted to mention, because I know a lot of people, you know, may use checks and stuff. And I remember way back in the day when I used to work at the grocery store, I used to be pissed when people used to pull out the check, but I got it. I understood like what they were doing. They were always so organized. Like, after they write out the check, they used to write something else on the back of the checkbook, and it like logged all their data. So it's basically like a debit card transaction, but it was manual. It was weird. I was like, yo, okay, that's cute. That's kind of neat. Like, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna be focused on. Like, I'm sure what I just mentioned is completely related to this Libra energy, because Libra has to do with, well, this new moon in Libra, because Libra has to do with being compatible. And a lot of people are very unconventional these days, and they don't understand. Sometimes when you're so flipping unconventional, it's very difficult to be compatible in this world. And I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I really do feel like the key to happiness has to do with compatibility. It has to do with being able to relate to others. Once we have the inability to relate to others, we have the inability to, you know, form bonds and feel a sense of worthiness in this world. Now, we shouldn't depend on other people to give us a sense of worthiness. So there definitely needs to be a balance, Libra, between feeling comfortable with one's true identity, with the self alone. And then once we're able to feel good about ourselves by ourselves and hear our own inner voice because we were able to be by ourselves, then we can form these long-lasting relationships that are fulfilling. But a lot of the times people just skip that step and they jump into, all I know is I got to be compromising and relatable with others. And they literally would just skip the whole let me get to know myself first, and then form these fake relationships and then wonder why one feels lonely within a union of people. People could be popular as hell and still feel lonely in this world because there was not the time to sit and be by oneself and get to know oneself and then feel content with that. Thus, now by law of attraction, attract the right people in one's life, attract the right situations in one's life, and form those true relationships. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like this new moon's connected to. Like, we've finally came in tune with who we are and what we want and what we value and what we take pleasure in and what we want to share with others. And we feel comfortable with that. And now we're trying to form these relationships pretty much with others. And we're going to attract that now, because we're going to plant those seeds to attract that energy and to gain the confidence to communicate and connect with others in a compatible and relatable way. I mean, another thing is, this is as simple as people who may literally not be on the smartphone game yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people literally don't have smartphones probably, or they don't use their phones a lot because they prefer, you know, communicating face to face. And you know, even myself, I have to get better. A lot of people always want to FaceTime, and I hate FaceTime. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm just one of those people where I'm always doing something, and it makes me pissed off when I have to actually sit here and hold a flipping phone so you could see my face and we can talk. Like, because, you know, I'm always multitasking. And now it's like, okay, some relationships I'm gonna have to open up. I'm gonna have to be more compromising, relatable, and compatible with others, and use FaceTime because I care about that person, because I want to maintain that relationship, and because I want to have a balanced relationship. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be friends, family, or an actual romantic partnership. So these are the things that we have to consider, okay? Like, okay, most of my friends have iPhone and I have Android, and I keep sending flipping pictures to them, and the flipping pictures are all distorted and jacked up. Like, no offense, if you have the money, maybe you should switch phones, because I'm tired of getting these goddamn distorted photos. Now listen, I do have a couple friends that have Android. I swear this is not about you. I'm simply just channeling messages to give examples out so people could understand what the frequencies are currently at this time. At the end of the day, to be honest, I feel like the technology today should have no problem converting the photos from Android to Apple products. The phones look the same, okay? The other day, I was looking at a damn Android phone. I think it was a Samsung or one of them phones. It looked just like an iPhone. It looked just like an iPhone. So, I don't get it. Like, why are we doing this? Like, why when you send me a picture, why is it distorted? Why when you send me a video, why is it distorted? Why when I send you something, why is it distorted? Why is it blurry? Why is it blurry? But yeah, I care about these things. So these are little things that we're going to be looking at with this new moon in Libra. How can we be more compatible to the external environment? So this is short and brief. I'm not going to sit here and speak for too long about the Libra energy, because I already spoke a lot about Libra, I feel like, in the new moon video, not in the new moon, in the sun in Libra video. I want to pull some tarot cards, aka some angel oracle cards. Angel oracle tarot cards to guide us into this new moon energy in the zodiac sign of Libra. So Spirit, please provide me some insight. Please provide me some insight. Oh, okay. So the first card, it's the release card, card number 13. All right, I think this is connected to the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. This is connected to the death card. All right. So it's saying that we're basically going to be coming into some sort of relationships that might have ended in the past. We could be reconnecting. If not, then there's a need to break away and completely transform from some outdated relationships, okay? So let's see what else is going on. Oops, another card popped out. We got this 8 of Fire, which is 8 of Wands. Sorry, I'm reading this. It's mirrored to me. So anyways, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So this is basically connected to the 8 of Wands. This has to do with receiving a lot of communication, all right? So at this time, again, since it's Libra, and Libra's all about forming relationships and connections, we're definitely going to be, you know, communicating more via text, email, on the phone, in person. Expect a lot of communication coming from multiple avenues, and be prepared, you know? Be prepared. Because once we start to either restore past relationships or completely remove old relationships, that's going to bring in some space. And when that space comes in, it's like, woo, it's going to come in. You know what I'm saying? All right. We got this card, Queen of Air. This is connected to the Queen of Swords. All right. So it says independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that is no longer serving you, seeing the humor in a situation. So this is actually the Libra card. It basically is going to have to do with us also making judgments too. So perhaps we're going to receive a lot of this communication from that 8 of Wands card, and we have all these opportunities to connect with, right? But there's a need for us to, you know, make proper decisions and be able to see things from an objective viewpoint, basically. So then I want to pull one more card. All right, we got this. Justice. This is the actual Libra card. This is the Libra archetype. So it's like a personality construct. But this is the actual theme of Libra, which is the Justice card, because Libra is all about balancing and fairness, which has to do with justice. So it says Archangel Raguel. I might have pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry, but it looks like Raguel or something. So fair and just decisions, card number 8, by the way. Fair and just decisions, do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So, you know, at this time we're having this objective viewpoint on, you know, who to connect with, what relationships you believe in working on and connecting to, and also what seems fair. So at this time, if you've been a person who's constantly getting in these relationships where you feel like you got like the short end of the stick, or you didn't receive what you expected, you're going to be receiving justice for this. And in addition to that, right now, your brain is going to be more discerning to connect to relationships that are going to give you a feeling of fairness, balance, and justice. Okay? Yeah, because we're going to be channeling Archangel Raguel right now. That's pretty much our angel guide right now during this Libra season. So, you know, whenever you need help in decision making, it's gonna be good to call on this angel, Archangel Raguel. It's Raguel. All right, and yeah, so I wish everyone the best of luck during this Libra new moon. Go ahead and plant you some proper seeds and blossom like you so deserve. And I'll be doing the same. So blessings, light, and love to everyone. Oh my gosh. This is